Well, they had Republican Colorado Congressman Doug Lamborn to, I guess, Kyle's killers. I'm talking about Arizona Senator John Kyle, who said on this very show last night that it's time to just start this whole health care reform stuff from scratch. Rip up what we have, start anew. But Congressman Lamborn, leaving aside what I'm sure is a somewhat different point of view from your Democratic colleagues, we're already pretty deep in this, aren't we?
Well, even though we are, the American people have simply not bought into it, Neil. Most people are happy with the coverage they have, and most Americans have health care coverage, 85% of them. We need to rip this up and start over and really do it right, where we have true deliberation in Congress.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen. So what happens now?
Well, this won't even take effect until 2013. There's no reason to ram it through this fall. We just don't have to do that. Now, if the blue dogs are true to their word, who don't want a government option, and if the progressives are true to their word and they do want it, and no Republicans are going to support it, then it should not pass out of the House if they keep their word.
Well, there are, what, 51 or 2 of these blue dogs? The vast majority of them, I think, are going to go along. You're closer to the fire than I am, sir. But if they go along, they're going to get something in the House. The Senate's a little dicier, but if they don't do the filibuster thing and only need 51 votes, you can cobble together those. The question is what they cobble together. And that's your biggest fear, right? That even reduced or health care reform light, it's still going to be expensive, right?
That's right, Neil. No one knows what this co-op plan is really like. You read any analysis of it, and it's so vague. It's so no one even knows what it's there. We should start over. Like Senator Kyle said, we should just rip this up, start over. We take a lot more time in Congress over much smaller bills than a massive, radical overhaul of 1/6 of our nation's economy. We just can't do it this fast. We should start over and do it right.
Do you worry about what some Democrats are saying? Go ahead, Republicans. You try that. You try nixing this thing when Americans then look back at this moment and say, as they're looking at their sky-high rocketing premiums, that we could have done something and those darn Republicans stopped it. Do you think it boomerangs on you?
No. Neil, this is not done for partisan reasons. The president has accused people of that. It's not true. We who oppose this plan are doing it on principle.
Though, right? But they recently, when Senator Mann ought to say this is maybe a Waterloo moment and all of that stuff, I know that's not maybe the intention, but the message to a lot of folks at home is, oh, maybe the Republicans are just trying to stick it to the big guy.
Well, Republicans need to really stress that we have a bill, H.R. 3400, in the House, the Empowering Patients First bill. And that's a free market plan that is the way we ought to go in healthcare. Be able to buy across state lines.
Right.
Have the same tax breaks for individuals that corporate employees have. Allow for pools, nationwide pools, where trade associations can get together and use their economies of scale to really drive good negotiated bargains for their members. Well, let me ask you this then, Congressman.
Here's my goofy prediction for a Hail Mary pass out of the other side. They're going to try to get guys like you, not a ton of them, but enough they hope will make a difference and look like bipartisanship by doing, and I know you got to be sitting down for this, the appearance of doing something on tort reform. And that Republicans say, oh, good, we're finally going after the trial lawyers. Where do we sign? What do you make of that?
That's an interesting thought. It's interesting. Tort reform has not been part of this bill up till now, so it's really not a serious bill. Defensive medicine is a big part of why health insurance is more and care is more expensive than it really ought to be. Okay. I don't think that they're going to be able to pick off a few Republicans under any circumstance.
Well, you could be right on that. Congressman, thank you very much. Good having you.